This week on StarCap, Pretti Don guides daughter on the straight and the narrow path. Crab Circle reopens next Thursday. Killers of a mom and child get up to 30 years in prison. Woman steals in desperation. And in the Tell Me Pastor review, my man refuses to give me oral sex. Hey Star Fam, I'm Jaleen, and welcome to another week of StarCap, a recap of the big stories that lit your attention this week. On Monday, the Star carried the story of popular social media blogger Pretti Don choosing to raise her daughter as a straight person. Many found this revelation to be ironic, as Pretti Don, whose given name is Venice Sparks, identifies as a gay woman. Pretti Don states she refuses to even share a kiss with her wife, who is the child's aunt, for the child to see. Pretti Don, who was born a hermaphrodite, is elated to get the chance to experience motherhood through her daughter. The 11-year-old is her brother-in-law's daughter, but Pretti Don and her wife have custody of the child and are raising her as their own. The Star Fam is questioning how someone who is not a heterosexual can raise a child to be one. All the best with parenthood, Pretti Don. Vendors and customers of the famed Crab Circle in Kingston can rejoice as the street-side food establishment is set to reopen next week Thursday after being shut down for a little over a month. The announcement was made by Robert Hill, CEO of the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The shutdown of the spot was brought on when a vendor was filmed defecating at her stall. She claimed a sudden case of diarrhea struck her and she was unable to make it to a restroom. Since the shutdown of the popular food spot, the vendors went through mandatory food preparation training at the Heart Trust NSTA and completed training for their food handlers permits. The vendor, who was caught on video, says she will be returning to her stall on Thursday and she is eagerly awaiting the support of her loyal customers. But Mayor of Kingston, Delroy Williams, says she has no permission to return. The Star Fam did not shy away from sharing their opinions on the matter. Here are a few that stood out. The men convicted for murdering 10-month-old Saria Powell and her mother Tashaa Patterson were sentenced in the Home Circuit Court on Wednesday. Richard Brown, who pleaded guilty to his role of transporting the victims to the murder site in East Kingston, was sentenced to 30 years in prison, while Rushane Miller will serve a little over 7 years. Residents of the Rockford community in East Kingston have expressed their displeasure at the length of the sentences. The Star Fam also had a lot to say. Desperate times call for desperate measures, goes the saying that perhaps influenced the actions of call center worker Rox and Kelly Lewis. Lewis is accused of stealing a co-worker's handbag during the rush that ensued after the 5.6 magnitude earthquake hit Jamaica on October 30. According to the victim, $1,500 and 2 cell phones were present in her bag at the time. The cell phones have since been recovered, but Lewis insists that the money in the handbag did not amount to $1,500. Lewis says she stole the handbag because she was facing desperate times with the father of her child out of work and her being under financial pressure. In Tell Me Pastor this week, my man refuses to give me oral sex. A 21-year-old woman has issued an ultimatum to her partner, stating that if by the end of the year he does not agree to perform oral sex on her, she will leave him. The young man believes that performing oral sex on a woman is nasty, but he insists the woman must perform it on him. The young man wrote into Pastor Dumas questioning if oral sex is ungodly or if the Bible speaks on this act. Pastor Dumas assured her that the Bible never once mentions oral sex and that anyone who chooses to do it is within their right to do so. And that's it for this week's StarCap. Remember to follow us on Facebook and Instagram at the Jamaica Star and on X, formerly Twitter, at Jamaica Star. I'm Jaleen. Until next week, keep reading the Star, the People Paper.